Hello everybody. Firstly, I want to apologise about the lighting. We've decided to film this in the middle of the day and it's very, very sunny here on the Gold Coast and we aren't parked in any shade and we couldn't find any shade to park in. So we're just sitting in the sun. We've tried to block it out best we can, but please do bear with us.
If you could see the lengths that we've gone to here with this, can you see it?
I'd show you, but I'd have to then move the camera.
It's like, it's basically a blanket that we've had to trap in the door so that the light can't come in.
On the outside of the car, by the way. We have gone to GYG, which is our favourite Mexican fast food restaurant, and because we've hired a car today, guys, I thought that we would film a little drive with us mukbang, apart from we're stationary because we want to eat. We would have gone through a drive-through, but there wasn't one. So we picked it up in the shop, and now we've got the goods, and we're just going to chat to you really while we eat this. Obviously joined with my boyfriend Tom. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name's Molly, this is Tom, and we are currently living in Australia. So we're on the Gold Coast today, and yeah.
Molly's gone for the Cali burrito, and then I have gone for just a regular burrito with chicken, and then we've got it as like a meal. So you get fries and a drink. Here
are the fries, guys. These kind of remind me of like Nando's chips. They've got the same kind of like spices on them.
These are really good.
Yeah, they're really nice here. I think they're slightly better than Nando's. Controversial take.
It's cold now.
It's lukewarm. It took us so long to find somewhere to park, and we still aren't in the best setup. No beans, that's for Tom. GYG are having this like special on where they're doing this Cali burger. No, not a burger. It's not a burger. Cali burrito, and basically it's like a regular burrito with fries inside of it, which I didn't think about when I then ordered myself.
I did think that.
A side of, I didn't think about that. Oh well, I'm just gonna pop the chips up there. They can reheat up in the sunshine. But I've never tried this. It's new on the menu. Did you have it last week?
No.
You not tried it either?
No, I tried a regular one. It's got guac in it.
Oh yeah, Tom doesn't like guacamole. Have you ever tried it?
Probably not.
Probably not. This is Tom's thing with food. I'm like, have you tried that? Yeah. And he's like, oh, I don't like it. And I'm like, try it, you might do. And then he does. But to be fair, you don't like avocado. Do you want to chat about what we're doing today?
Well, we was coming to the Gold Coast anyway, which is about an hour and a half from where we're staying in Brisbane. And then we just had a look online, see if there was any games on for the AFL, which there was. So there's Brisbane Lions against Gold Coast Suns, or Brizzy against Goldie, as the Aussies will say. And it's the first time we've just seen an AFL game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's taken us far too long.
I actually do feel as though, given that we lived in Melbourne for 4 months, it's kind of funny that we're not seeing a Melbourne game, because if you don't know anything about Australian rules football,
Australian rules football.
What is it called? Aussie rules?
It's like Aussie rules.
Aussie rules. Basically all of the teams pretty much are Melbourne based. There's like 12 Melbourne teams and then basically 5 other teams. And it's like every single weekend, most of it's in Melbourne. Kind of cool that there's one here today.
But also, they'd often fall on like evenings or weekends, which meant I was usually working for every game.
Do any other veggies ever get this? Like I've ordered shredded mushroom as the filling, but because it's all kind of mixed together, even though I know that it's shredded mushroom and it literally says it on the outside, I'm still like, is this meat? Is that chicken? Like, how many times do I go to you? Can you check my burger for if it's meat?
Nightmare.
Honestly.
How many like chips are in it?
Let me try and show you. The sun is really doing bits right now. This is what it looks like. Sort of looks a bit minging actually.
An unpopular opinion if like you're UK based, which you probably are, but I think GYG, yeah, no, it's not even I think, it does beat Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, 100%.
And to be fair, Taco Bell is like the only option for takeaway or for like fast food take.
I can't even think of another Mexican chain in the UK. Chiquitos, but we don't have that around us anymore. There's people walking past and I feel like we just look so funny.
So how many chips are in it?
You want me to count individual chips?
Well no, just like you get a lot, or is it like a portion?
No, it's not a portion. I'd say probably so far I've seen approximately 8. Oh. But, you know, it could be more hiding down the bottom. It's quite hefty, like, this is a big meal. But anyway, yeah, so we are on the Gold Coast just for the day, and then we're actually leaving Brisbane and Australia on Monday. So by the time this video is up for you guys, we will be in the US, which I'm so excited about. I'm not going to go off about it in this video because there's going to be so many vlogs coming, but we're excited, aren't we? I
think you're a bit more excited than me. As in, that makes me sound really ungrateful. What I mean is, like, the reason why we're going, you're excited. But
I was telling them in the video the other day, actually, that you've actually planned a whole section of this trip that I've not been involved in at all.
I would have a little bit of knowledge on it because I've already been planning something around, like, for the West Coast.
Yeah, Tom's wanted wanted to go to the west coast of America ever since I met you. This has been like your #1 location, and I don't think that you wanted to do it necessarily in this setting for the first time.
No, it's kind of been a bit random, but people's reactions are so weird.
Yeah, we are sat somewhere quite busy though. I wish everybody that stared at the car when you were filming a video like this could like know what you were actually doing, so they had a bit more context, because I do think it does look quite random. That's why when I'm at home I always sort of go to really rogue drive-throughs or like hide at the back of the car parks.
Oh well, we're never going to see these people again.
Honestly, I've got way too comfortable in that sentence. I was thinking this the other day. I go out here basically in pyjamas because I know for a fact I don't know anybody in these cities.
And yet you always bump into somebody.
And then the other day we're walking to the post office. I hadn't even brushed my hair, right? I was just going to the post office to drop something off. I only know one other person living in the suburb of Brisbane that we're living in. Of course she was in the post office. You can't make it up. Okay, so I actually have a question that I want us to answer. I was watching Alfie Days and Zoe the other day. We're doing a Q&A. They were playing a game. Somebody had asked them, like, what is an activity that you enjoy doing together, and they made each other guess, and it was just really funny. So I was thinking, because we are quite different in the things that we enjoy doing in like our spare time.
Oh, that's actually really difficult.
I think you're gonna say like going to see sport together.
No, it's way more broader than that.
Traveling together?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine as well, but that was really boring. I feel like we need to pick a specific activity. See if you can guess mine, because I actually do have something that I love doing together.
Walking?
Walking! No, not walking. I do like going on walks. No, that is not my favourite activity.
Surfing?
No. I wish it was surfing, but I'm just not actually that good at it.
Is it like sport? Or like...
Is my favourite activity sport? No, definitely not.
What is your favourite activity?
Mate, the opposite. Think the opposite of sport.
Oh. Just go out for food.
Yeah.
100%.
I love going to a restaurant, guys.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's actually, at what point does it become a hobby though? Because I think that my hobby is finding new restaurants, reading the reviews, looking at the photos, researching it, reading the menu, looking at their Instagram, and then taking Tom there, and Tom's so unfazed because he'll just get basically the same meal. So it doesn't even really matter where we eat. You'll
still take at least 45 minutes deciding where we're going to go. You'll be looking on maps for like absolutely ages in like the area that we are, and then you'll still decide on one. We'll get there and it'll be closed. Maybe it hasn't been open in like a year. And
that only happened in Asia.
No, that happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
That did happen a lot to us while we were backpacking in Asia, guys, because when we got there, a lot of stuff had closed due to the pandemic. That was not my fault that it said it was still open on maps when it wasn't, but that did happen like most days. Okay, now I've got to think of one for you. So if you were planning date night, what are you watching?
Just like the amount of people that have all just tried to cram in here because one space has just become available.
Let's say we're planning a whole date day and it's your turn to pick.
Then that's also really difficult. Like, is it like an average date night, or like...
No, like a special occasion.
While we're in Australia? Because like you could plan like going to the beach, but you can't really do that in England.
You can. We've been to the beach loads. We live on the coast. It's not very warm.
Yeah, but it's shit.
No, it isn't. It's nice. It's just cold and brown. But like, it's nice that we live near the coast.
No, it is nice, but you wouldn't get many days a year where you could plan a date night around like
going to the beach. True, yeah.
Whereas I mean, like here, I feel like you could definitely, like for example today, this could almost be like what we're doing today could be a date night or like a date day. So you go to the beach, like have an hour on the beach or whatever, go grab some lunch, go to the game. That could be like a date night for some people.
True.
Probably wouldn't be my date night unless it was like watching
Liverpool
or just football. Where like, I mean, I've never watched Aussie Rules, so this might be a new hobby. I guess for some people this could be a really good date night if you were both really into the AFL.
Loads of people are really into the AFL.
Well, like everyone's into it here. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter like age, like gender, like anything. There doesn't seem to be like any correlation. It's just anyone here, and that's really good, to be fair. I've
thought of another thing that you enjoy doing together. Well, I do enjoy it, but it wouldn't be my choice of like activity. But if you had a spare afternoon, I feel like you would love to go scuba diving.
Yeah, but again, not in England. That's going to be like
okay, fine. Let's say while we're here.
Is that a date activity?
Yeah.
But I don't think that would be your like dream date. Like if I said to you, I planned a date night, like, oh, what we doing is like, it's a surprise, and we turned up at a scuba diving centre. I don't think you'd be thrilled.
I feel like you'd enjoy it because it means you don't have to talk. Like Tom just likes scuba diving because he doesn't have to communicate with me.
It's a good point. It's quite true. Although I communicated while I was doing the snorkeling the other day. When I found the turtle. Oh,
it was so funny, guys. The other day Tom was filming some clips on the GoPro.
I didn't know you could hear me. Well, I kind of just forget the GoPro does audio because like when you're underwater it's irrelevant anyway.
We never use it for audio.
So I kind of forget that it does. So then when I was snorkeling, like you could just hear me talking to myself.
I'm wearing a white skirt that is no longer even a... nearly white. And now my bag's covered in guacamole.
I wish I had a camera on that. That was hilarious. It just dropped in slow motion. Can I have some chips?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Hey, still. I'm thirsty. I got this Sprite and it tastes horrible, guys. I don't know what's wrong with it.
If I hear you moan about the Sprite.
Sorry, but I was so excited to drink it and I opened it and it just did not taste like Sprite. I was like, something is off with this Sprite.
In terms of takeaway, no, I keep calling it takeaway. It's not really takeaway, it's fast food. In terms of fast food places, I think these do the best chips, actually. Like, I actually prefer these to like Mackey's or KFC or anywhere like that.
Guys, again, I'm so sorry about the lighting. Like, this is really annoying me.
Wow,
I feel like the sun's moved because it wasn't this bad when we started it.
It's fine. I mean, the sun does move.
True.
Didn't know if you realised. But...
I'm dropping food all over the hire car. This is why I can't film these videos. My car at home will have been so clean for that. Actually, somebody asked me that the other day, what's your car situation right now?
You've still got it?
I do still have it. Yeah, my mum has my car at current, so she is still on the roads, driving around in Beverley. To be honest, I think in Brisbane we've hired a car more than anywhere else.
True.
Because it's kind of easy to drive around here, like...
If you had a car, like, Brisbane would be the perfect place to live.
Yeah, for sure. But I think like when we were in Melbourne, we never needed a car.
No, because the public transport and like all the infrastructure there is a lot better.
Whereas so well connected.
Here, I mean, to be fair, we haven't used it too much. But it's not, I don't think it's as well connected here.
The train system's okay. We've been out to Australia Zoo on the train twice.
Yeah, and actually that was quite cheap to get to Australia Zoo.
Going back to the other chat, last question that I've stolen from Zoe and Alfie's video. I feel like this is very 2014 of me, but I was really enjoying their Q&A, to be honest. Off the same vein, after they'd done their favourite activities to do together, we were talking about their love language, things that the other person really appreciates when you do for them, if that makes sense. Zoe said that she loves it when Alfie would give her a massage, but he hates doing that, and that really made me laugh because that's literally us. Like, that's you every 5 minutes. Can you massage my shoulders? Yeah, my shoulders. Can you massage my neck? I think I've had shoulder aches since I was like 14 years old. In fact, probably before that. I think when I started at high school and I started carrying a backpack. Yeah, it's because you were one of those kids at secondary school that took like a bag that was literally 3 times the size of them. Yeah, it was. And then you, like, what would you bring? What would be in your bag? Genuinely. Everything. Tom, I was literally a nerd, right? So I would take like 5 Harry Potter books to school with me. Why? Because I might want to read them. Do they know about the time when you took, was it, an encyclopedia away with you? Yeah. You know what? I just wanted to learn, Tom. How old were you? Oh, I would have been like 7 or 8. I blame Molly's mum for this, actually. Why do you let a 7-year-old pack her own suitcase? I don't think she let me pack the suitcase. I think I snuck it in. Oh, really? Maybe. Well, whatever you did. Okay, maybe it wasn't Janine's fault. I apologise, Janine. She's gonna hurt me. What did you pack? An encyclopedia, like a dictionary or something, and like I don't know. Take these massive books, like all like hardback books that are obviously like heavy. You packed, what, like 5 or 6 of them? And then your carry-on luggage was massively overweight? No, it wasn't that it was overweight. It's just that my parents didn't know I'd done it. And then we got to airport security, and obviously you had to take stuff out of your bag at airport security. And I opened up the bag and there was just like an encyclopedia and I don't think there was a dictionary. It was an encyclopedia. Okay. Well, that's just weird. And maybe the Guinness World Book of Records. The Guinness World Book... No, that is not it. The Guinness World Book of Records, that is not right. Guinness Book of Records. The Guinness Book of World Records. I think it's just Guinness Book of Records, isn't it? Oh, well, whatever it is, I think it was one of them, and an encyclopedia. And the reason for that is because I used to always get encyclopedias and stuff like that for Christmas. Like, you know, the National Geographic, like, kids ones? I'm telling you, I was a nerd, and I was proud of it, and I am proud of it. Why did you bring that away with you? Like, what was you going to do with it? Was you going to sit on the beach and read your encyclopedia? You know what, Tom? I don't know what was going through my head. I was 7, but okay. I thought I want to take that on holiday with me to continue my education, which is ironic because I actually ended up giving up my education at the first possible moment. No, you didn't. You went to 6th form. You have to go to 6th form. No. Given at 7 years old I was absolutely obsessed with learning, it's kind of funny that I didn't then go and get a degree. With your encyclopedic 7-year-old knowledge. Yeah, no, but do you actually know what? And I say this all the time, more so to my brother, but I really think my intellect sort of peaked at around that age. Yeah. Like, I was so smart, and then it really... You were quite smart when I met you. So yeah. I don't know, like, what happened. Because I'd say I'm smarter than you now, and I never was before. No, I would say that you know more about, like, things, and, like, the world, and, like, how to fix things, and how to get places, and, like, how to barter down at a market. You have more life skills. Yeah, well, the bartering comes from my granddad. The fixing comes from my dad. God, get over yourself. Oh wait, no, it has just a horrible aftertaste. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. That's what Sprite tastes like. That's why I never buy Sprite, because it's disgusting. I like Sprite. It doesn't usually taste like this. You can blame my granddad and my dad for those things. Yeah, no, but I just think generally you're a little bit more... You have more street smart skills, and I had more academic skills at the time when we met. No, but I think that was just always, like, I don't know, I felt like I had to try really hard to be decent at school. Yeah. And I always did, like,
well, but if I didn't put the effort in, I wouldn't have done well.
Hold on, how did we get onto this? Because the question was what's our love language?
Come back to that. I've just got another question which I thought of.
Okay.
So when 7-year-old Molly was reading her encyclopedia on the beach.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm really bothered by the light.
When 7-year-old Molly was reading her encyclopedia on the beach, probably in Portugal.
It would have been Portugal.
Do you reckon that you looked at Australia?
What, in the encyclopedia? No, probably not.
Because I was going to say, do you reckon you looked at it when you were 7 and be like, I'll be there one day?
No, because you know what? I actually had no interest in travelling to Australia at all until I went to uni. Until I did that year in Leeds, never once in my life had the thought of going to travel in Australia ever crossed my mind.
And what was it? Like, what, did somebody go that you knew?
Yeah, Jed. She knows this.
I remember you telling me about it at the time, actually.
Because at the time I was so miserable, I was so unhappy with what I was doing, because I knew I just didn't want to be in Leeds doing that course. I knew I'd made the wrong decision to even attempt to go to university because I knew it wasn't right for me. And I was on YouTube all the time watching vlogs, and
while your newly born dog was at home.
Yeah, well, Lottie was a fresh puppy and I was just homesick, upset, just felt like I was just on the wrong path. Like I just knew that path was not the one for me. And then Jade was here and she was vlogging and I was watching them every week, and I was thinking, do you know what, screw this, I just want to be there doing that. That looks so fun. And at the time in my head I thought I wanted to do that as like a gap year, and that kind of was my initial plan. Like I really did not know if I would go back to uni or not. And then obviously COVID happened and like YouTube kind of just worked out being a thing, and like everything, it was just timings. Like life is funny like that. Okay, final question, back to the love language one, because then we're going to go because of this lighting situation. I've got gory fingers.
I don't think we actually answered many questions, but it's been a fun chat.
Well, we haven't asked for questions. I thought we'd just have a little chat, just the two of us.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, of your questions, I feel like we've just kind of gone off on a tangent.
Yeah, but that's nice. You would really appreciate it, and it would be like probably acts of service, and I think maybe that's mine as well.
Which, like in the military or something, you get like a badge after like 30 years, here's your act of service.
No, that's just what it's called. That's what it's called.
He's get you a medal being like, this is for your act of service.
No, have you not heard of it? It's just what it's called.
Well,
it's just what it's
it
called.
just sounds funny.
It's like, it could also be words of affirmation, like if I needed constant reassurance and like, well, not reassurance, but if I just really, really liked it when you complimented me and like told me that, you know, you're proud of me and that you're like, love me, that might be it. But for me personally it's not, because I don't really like getting compliments. I don't want compliments and I don't want to be like affirmed.
I'll be like, oh, you look beautiful today, and I'll be like, no, don't look ugly. And then I'll be like, no, you do. She's like, no, I don't. And I'll be like, okay, fine.
To be honest, I actually don't know what my actual love language is. I've done this test before and I can't remember what the answer was, but I would say like your thing is, if I was to say clean the dishes or put the washing away or like do little things like that for you without asking, that would be like you would like that.
But that's more because you just don't do those things. So like, it would probably be a nice surprise if you did. I don't know if that's as much love language. That's just like, oh, that's a nice surprise, thank you.
Yeah, maybe true actually. I think maybe it's a bit of both. And I do those things.
You don't.
I do those things.
You won't put your hands in the sink.
I don't like washing up, but every other chore is fine. I'll cook, I clean.
You won't take the bin out of the
I don't like the bin. Okay, I don't like the bins.
That's just weird.
I don't like the bins.
Why? Because
I feel like if I am okay to do the cooking and the cleaning and all the laundry, you can take the bins out. That's fine.
You don't really do the cooking. It's all packed by HelloFresh. And you read a recipe.
Have you ever tried to cook one of those? You have to really follow it.
Oh dear, God, yeah, it must be difficult reading step 1 to 5.
Shut up. You can cook for yourself. When we're next in a flat, you can cook your own individual meal.
Well, all your meals have been very good. Actually, no, of them one. There was one where it was...
No, but that's just because you're a picky eater.
Yeah,
it wasn't the meal.
It wasn't your cooking ability. I mean, you can't really get it wrong.
You can! Well, anyway, actually, I would say I've significantly improved in cooking compared to when you met me.
Yeah, no, you are quite the chef now.
Even just compared to being in Australia, I think cooking every night, my thing is I get really bored of the same meals. Like I just hate eating the same foods on a loop, and I know that you could easily just eat the same food
to an extent. I mean, like, you've done some pretty cool dishes with HelloFresh. This isn't sponsored, by the way, I'm just saying it. It's actually broadened my horizon, shall I say, to a few new dishes. Like, I wouldn't have had like mushroom risotto or mushroom.
No.
What was the one we had
the mushroom
really
linguine.
nice.
That was
Like,
really good.
I don't even really like mushroom, but well, maybe I do like mushroom because that tasted amazing.
I think you do. I think you just, again, like we started with this, we'll end with this. I think
the
you just hadn't tried it.
Yeah, but it's the texture.
Anyway, we've gone off on a tangent again, and we're actually sat frying in the car, and as you can see, the sun is gradually making our way up. So I thought we'd just sit and film this little extra video while we had the car, and I knew we were going to be going to GYG today. So it's like a blast from the past. It reminds me of like the homey videos, the drive with me's, the content that I would be filming if I was at home. It's nice to just have a chat.
Yes.
Anyway, we are going to go and watch the AFL now, so if you do want to see a bit more of that, you guys can check out the vlog. That will be up on Saturday.
Goodbye vlog. No, it's not a vlog. Goodbye viewers.
Also guys, we're just now taking a thumbnail. It's only been 5 minutes and the light has changed because now the sun has gone behind the buildings, so we could have just filmed it half an hour later.